Clarissa Harlow Barton was an American hero. Known as Clara Barton, she was the American Red Cross founder, an educator, a nurse, and a patent office worker. Clara was born on Christmas Day, December 25, 1821, in Oxford, Massachusetts, to Stephen Barton and Sarah Stone Barton. She was a white woman who grew up taking care of her brother and her cousins. Because she was a tomboy, Clara liked to play pretend wars, and she also learned how to ride horses. To overcome her shyness, Clara's parents convinced her to become a teacher, and she obtained her first teacher's certificate at 17 years old. During her time, women were discouraged from pursuing intellectual and scholastic achievements. Clara was sent to school at age 3, which was uncommon at the time. She advanced her learning abilities, but was excessively shy. Her parents later sent her to high school, but was removed because she was depressed and refused to eat. Clara slowly recovered and took interest in renovating her house. She learned how to paint and worked with paper. When she was 10, her brother David became her first patient from a barn racing accident. She gradually nursed him back to health and went back to school and began her teaching career at 17. While Clara was teaching in Massachusetts, she continued her education at Clinton Liberal Institute and became friends with Mary Norton. When Clara's mother died in 1851, Clara left New York and traveled to New Jersey to visit her friend Mary. In 1852, Clara obtained another teacher's certificate and signed a contract to teach a free school in Bordentown, New Jersey. She wasn't earning any money until she was successful. A year later, Clara had 600 students and raised $4,000 for a new building. She was earning $250 a year. When the new building was opened, the school board hired a man named J. Kirby Burnham to be a principal at $650 a year. Clara was immediately demoted to an assistant because of her gender. Americans refused to believe that a woman can operate a large institution at the time. She suffered many harassments from Burnham. She decided to leave town and resign her teaching profession. The school was in chaos and Burnham was dismissed soon after. Clara moved to Washington, D.C. to work as a U.S. patent clerk and became the first female government employee to earn equal pay as men. But after 3 months of employment at the U.S. Patent Office, Clara was demoted to a copyist and received a reduced pay. She received many harassments from men. They blew cigar smoke in her face and spat tobacco on the floor for her to walk on. The tension continued to rise, and in 1857 she left and returned to Massachusetts. In 1860, Clara moved back to Washington, D.C. to employ the same U.S. Patent Office under President Abraham Lincoln's term. During this time, the Civil War started and Clara began her nursing duties at 39 years old. She was given a nickname, the Angel of Battlefield, because she provided care for many wounded on the battlefields. Clara wrote in her diary, "If I can't be a soldier, I'll help soldiers." She was present at least 16 battlefields during the Civil War. She and her assistants started a project that helped locate missing men from the battles. They had helped over 22,000 families to locate their missing men. In 1868, Clara was exhausted from the battlefields. She went to Europe for a vacation, but instead she met up with the International Red Cross representatives who motivated her to start the Red Cross in America. In 1881, at age 60, Clara founded the American Red Cross organization and led it for the next 23 years. In addition to assisting wounded soldiers in the battlefields, the organization also provided aid for natural disasters, emergency assistance, and education around the country. She had proven to us that A woman can run a large institution, and she was a perfect leader to run the organization. Clara Barton died from pneumonia on April 12, 1912, at her home in Glen Echo, Maryland. She became a legacy for her humanitarian work throughout her lifetime. She was an American hero. Although she is no longer with us, her heritage has lived on in our hearts.